Welcome to the talk awaited by a lot of people. Basically, discussion of the toppers, talk with the toppers. Now, we have a unique scenario where we have two in one today, which is basically how do I put it, as a ultimate duo, Dr. Kranti and Dr. Digvijay, who they have secured rank 3 and 52. It's not by no way small feat. It's an amazing feat. Congratulations to both of you, and
Congrats.
congratulations to a very camaraderie in a very difficult time. I'm sure the preparation time would have been a struggle. I mean, it's always a struggle when you finish off the struggle, then only you will feel that you've achieved certain amount. Now, when you have somebody to walk with you during the struggle time, that time becomes even more special. So, congratulations to you on that, and uh, let us have a small interview on how you did this, and of course, without distractions.
Yes.
Obvious. So, before getting into the interview, can you little bit of introduce yourself as to who you are and where do you study?
Yes, sir. I'm Dr. Digvijay. I completed my MBBS from SAID, GSMC, and KM Hospital, Mumbai, and completed my MD Medicine from Lokmanya Tilak Municipal Corporation, Sion Hospital, Mumbai.
And I'm Dr. Kranti. I have completed my undergraduation from Topiwala National Medical College, Mumbai, and my post-graduation from Lokmanya Tilak Medical College, Sion Hospital.
Oh, great. So as you can see, the pedigree is too strong there. You've got from the premier institutes of the country, and probably the reason why we are sitting here face to face. In the premier institutes of the country, you've learned the best, you've been with the best, and now you're going to continue with the best. So, when did you finish your MD? As in, obviously, this is during your post-COVID time, so a lot of uncertainty and all. So, when did you finish your MD, and what happened after you finished MD, and before you gave the exam?
So we completed our MD in February 2025, and immediately post that we had NEET SS 2024, which was on 30th of March. So that was during a wedding time. So we gave it without minimal preparation, whatever we had studied for the university exams. Last year we had secured a rank of around 600, and we thought of giving a break because immediately post marriage we did not want to land up again into a heavy residency like Sion Hospital. So we thought of giving the next NEET, which was NEET SS 2025, which was on 27th of December. So we properly started preparing from June of 2025 for this NEET. During our residency, we did not follow Harrison's as much as we did during this preparation. During our residency, we were using Marrow videos completely for our wards or for our university exams mixed with Harrison's. But during this preparation, we were completely focused on Harrison's.
I have not read Harrison for the 3 years of residency. I couldn't get the time to read Harrison, so I have thoroughly followed Marrow lectures for each and every subject. I used to watch Marrow lectures, and I used to go to ward, and I used to see the patient, and whatever I could understand, I used to apply that. Post our marriage and during our preparation, when we started preparing for this NEET, that at that time I have started reading Harrison's.
You're bordering on blasphemous statements with respect to your MD teachers.
No, how early did you guys plan what specialty you wanted to get into, or was it open-ended in the beginning and sort of after your MD you decided, or did you have a dream to become a particular super specialist right in the early stages of the MD career?
So by the end of MD, during the last NEET, I decided to take cardiology. So I was pretty sure because it was an rewarding intervention branch, and that's
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, so I have not decided yet. Yes, I am yet to decide, but yeah, I'm thinking about taking endo and endocrinology and gastroenterology.
Okay.
Probably take between.
the only thing that was there in our mind was we both wanted to have such ranks,
Yeah.
so that we could decide to land up into same city.
Same city, yeah.
Last
Now,
That's an amazing, it's an amazing intrinsic motivator to have.
Yes, yes.
That's that kind of intrinsic motivation very few people get. Like when I wanted to get into MD, my intrinsic motivation was I wanted to end up in a big city like Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, something like that. So this is like two people's intrinsic motivation coming together.
Yes.
It's
My
pretty
only
interesting.
motivation to study was to get in a city which he could land up in.
so you decided to keep yourself
Nice.
open anywhere.
Yes, yes,
Trying
It's a pretty risky game to play also.
yes.
Because if things don't go according to plan,
Yes.
things can turn a little sour between you guys also.
Yes.
Yeah, you pulled it off very well.
Yeah, very well, very well. Right. You have the world in your hands, literally. So, coming back now, how do you divide the, so if you notice that, you are somebody who secured a rank of 600 and you actually literally divided the rank and then got it into a 3 and 52. It's crazy. So how did you manage to, study profile structures and all? What do you think? How about, would you give us an insight on how you did that?
Sir, after giving last NEET, we understood that the NEET exam is totally Harrison based. And things were that nothing was repeated. So we thought we have to read Harrison line wise. And also, Marrow GTs were completely from Harrison lines. Completely. The paragraphs were picked up from Harrison. So we thought after giving every Marrow GT, we had to go back to Harrison and read it. There was no other option that we had. So we first 6 months before we planned that let's do Harrison's according to the mini tests that are coming, subject-wise mini tests. So we completed the whole portion around 2 or 3 months before the exam. And then we started after and giving GT from day one was the plan, because after doing neurology for around 1 or 2 weeks, after giving an GT, we revised neuro. But at the same time, by giving GT, all other topics and important questions from those topics were also being revised with the GT. And the special thing about GT was it also covered the odd topics like environmental, then poisoning. So after solving those questions, we had to go back to Harrison and read stuff from Harrison. So that helped.
Yeah. Like he said, it's just because we gave GPs, we read the odd topics like environmental and palliative care. And I think that was our savior in this exam.
Yeah.
So our core strategy was to solve questions and then go back and read Harrison. This was our core strategy. Then other than this, I would like to add that we had, as both of us were preparing for the same exam, we had a lot of discussion. That made sure that we recollect and remember important points, and that also helped us in this exam. So
Yeah, definitely.
if it is solving questions is the main thing that can be done for a NEET SS preparation. And as he said, it is very like we cannot predict from which topic how many questions can come. So it is very important to solve each and every section of Harrison. So, and by reading Harrison, we will not understand what is important, and what has to be ignored. So if we solve questions first and then go back and read, then we'll understand better the topic and we'll have a better understanding of that topic, and it will be easier for us to remember and recollect the next time we solve it.
Retrospective study was the main core.
Basically, reverse engineered.
Yes.
Reverse engineered the exam.
But what about clinical scenario based questions? Were there not a lot of, because clinical scenario based questions, it wouldn't necessarily require you to be up to date with one particular textbook, right? It would be like approach. So are you saying that most of the questions were like one word, like specific kind of questions, or?
Actually, clinical based scenarios felt much easier because during our residency, the concepts were very much clear. Now, the difficult part during this preparation was we had to remember few facts.
Very specific things, facts, fact based.
Core concept was pretty much clear, and we understood that we are very well versed with it during the previous attempt. We just wanted to fine tune those specific things that we need to remember. Like in last NEET, there was question on on biochemistry. isovaleric acid deficiency or something like that, and it was from an Harrison's table. So
Okay.
we had to remember.
You had to. There is no way you will come across that during your residency.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Environment also we have to remember. We have to go through it, read. So
Yeah, obviously. And that is not something you can really give concepts to. Your poisoning, your paracetamol poisoning, you have to give now. You have to remember it. There's no concept based on that, even though glutathione stuff is there, but you have to remember that.
Yes, sir. So, and one more thing, in Marrow there are NEET revision videos or especially.
Yes.
So those were very helpful. Like, sir, y'all had uploaded a new video on absorption, and that video was completely line to line from Harrison's. So I was able to do it on 2x speed and complete that
because you already
15-20 minutes, and I never had to go back. And also,
we purposefully modeled the revision videos on Harrison because ultimately that's what takes the cake.
Yes, sir, and that made revision very easy for gastro. And also, sir had uploaded video on liver, 2 videos on liver, and those were also from Harrison's with tables of Harrison's into it.
Yeah.
So which made revision of Harrison's table much easier.
Like he said, there were questions on previous year discussion videos were also there. So when we started our preparation, we first saw that videos. We came to know what has to be focused, which topics are important. So from that videos, we focused on the topics that are important more, and we focused first on that. Then later on, in last 15 days, we focused on. We have used, as he said, the revision videos that helped us to revise faster. Like like he said, the absorption chapter, it takes around 1.5 hours to read, but with the revision video it was possible within 15 to 20 minutes. So likewise it helped us at different time point.
That's good input to us too. Yeah.
In the beginning of your preparation, you must have used certain part of your resources, and by the end of your resource, by the end of the preparation, would have changed. So, how would you tell us, as in generally, what people like? You have told that you were reverse engineered. Apart from that, like you said, 15 days before the exam, how would you manage your time? What could you?
So now, what I feel, I would like to start it from 6 months. If somebody has 6 months time, he should use those revision videos. If he has read Harrison's, he should use that revision videos, and there are also some notes into it. So you need not take down your own notes. You can also use those notes and add few things into it. So start making notes of Harrison's concise version so that you can make the revision more effective. Yes. So complete Harrison's will take around 3 to 4 months, because if you have read it quite well in residency, then it might take 3 to 6 months. So that is enough. And after that, you have to read those notes again and again and again. Now suppose if anybody has 3 months, then reverse like retrospective study is the best method. Solve Harrison based MCQ questions, go back, read them, and if you don't understand the concept, directly watch a Marrow video. So concept is clear, you know the important points from Harrison, and then you can keep on solving. So only solving adds on to your knowledge, and core concept will be from the Marrow lecture or video or those notes. So we can add points into the Marrow notes, Marrow core notes, which you have the videos which you have seen. During last 1 month, the whole thing is you have to try and give 2 revisions. 15 days complete subject, next 10 days complete subject, and last 5 days you might relax or
no. I would like to add that as he said, it is very important to solve questions. And it is very important to solve Harrison based questions and revise it multiple times, so that I believe solving question will develop an instinct. Even if you don't know the exact answer, it will give an instinct that this answer might be correct. And this is very important in this exam, because solving questions will give an instinct that is very important. And in addition to that, in the last 5 days, I would like to suggest that you can revise important topic as suggested in previous year questions, or you can revise those topics which you are not very good at and you have made concise notes on that. We can do that.
Okay, this piece of advice has been very good, very helpful for everybody, because you just told how to use the app smarter rather than passive, from one end to the other. You have actually kind of hacked the method of preparation as well. That's pretty impressive. I'm glad that the resource helped you quite a bit. Of course, you must have had multiple times of self-doubt, and of course, you had a goal to strive. I mean, apart from other aspirants, did not have your goal, but your goals are quite more stressful. So, how did you manage it? It's actually quite a difficult task to come out of this unscathed. Huh? Like Dr. Rizwan said, things could have gone south, but
High risk.
kudos
High
to
risk.
you that kudos
So,
to you. It's high risk, high benefit. You did it.
actually,
But
I would
of
like
course,
to
there
add
have been time of self doubt. No.
yes, sir. Sir, here my mom played a major role. My mom follows Brahma Kumari and she does meditation. So she was the one who kept us calm during last 15 days. She was with us during last 15 days, and she helped us hold the nerve. And what she just told us that whatever is modifiable risk factors that we can do, that is study hard. Rest we had left it to the destiny. And
She was
It is
the
very difficult to. It's very easy. What you said is very easy, but it's on paper it's
but
easy.
sir, but repeating this thought process each day, every day, makes you believe in it. So that is what probably made us much calmer during exam.
Yeah.
And
That's
after
good.
giving GTs, we understand what is the range of
yeah.
ranks that we are getting.
We could predict that
You could see you improving. You could
yes
see yourself improving. That is
improving.
great.
That gave us confidence.
Yes, sir.
That yes, both of us never had a rank above 100, so we were pretty sure that both of us will have a rank in first
First
100. So that gave us a confidence of going.
It's nice. So, how was your exam day feeling? Did you guys know when you finish the exam that you're going to, hit it hard?
Actually, the section C was worst section
Terrible.
because the questions on hypothermia, frostbite were in so much of detail that I thought that I was praying God that at least I should get the rank what I had got
Last
in the
time.
previous first attempt.
It must have been equally hard for others, or more
Yes,
hard
sir.
for others.
That's something which I wish everybody keeps in mind. If it is tough for you, if you're prepared well, if it is tough for you, it's tough for everybody.
Yes, sir.
That's something which you have to understand.
So there were no repetitions, nothing. It was all fresh questions.
Yes, all
Yes, sir.
fresh question, and question paper was so eccentric. Like 50 questions from environment was
Palliative care, then poisoning. So it was, and probably the intuition helped there because these questions
Yeah.
we might have read it from Harrison's and like we were like, oh, this ruled out this, ruled out this. Now between these two, and then we had to choose one. So probably while choosing one, and there was one question wherein high altitude associated pulmonary edema, which of the following is false? And the answer was females.
Females,
Which it is not seen in females,
Yeah.
more common in males. So now this is such a factual thing.
factual.
Now probably intuition helped us saying that I think now somebody who is thinking very logically might say who might ask such factual things.
Exactly. It's not like females won't get it. Females will get it. I mean, it's not like females won't get it.
Yes. So these things probably after solving a lot, intuition helps in.
Like I said, I would suggest a minimum 50 to 70 MCQs per day is the key to crack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minimum 50. Like there were days like we were tired. We used to do our bond and then we used to come at home. Then in those days we were not able to read and go back and do all the other stuff, watch videos and all that. So in such days, what one can do is solve minimum questions like 50 questions, 70 questions, and it will help. Like it will count. Each MCQ counts, I feel.
And
Yes,
what
definitely.
I followed is I divided the day into 6 hours each. So there were 4 sessions, 6, 6, 6, 6. One session of sleeping. So we are left with 18 hours. So now of 18 hours, let's minus 6 more hours. So we have 12 hours. 6 more hours in we get ready. Probably some might sleep for 8 hours or 10 hours. So 12 hours. So I used to target, I should at least try and do 10 hours of study a day when I'm off work. And during the last 1.5 month, we left the bond because we wanted to give an
100%.
100% attempt.
Till the last 1 month back, you guys were working also.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
So,
Some other
so
level of
during-
motivation.
so then we
they should be
decided.
taking our interview, man. We shouldn't be taking their interview.
So we
Okay,
were
then
like,
last
yes, last 1 month. So I tried to at least study for 10 hours to 12 hours, thinking 2 sessions. I must have like test match. We have 3 sessions. I thought this is a test match, and some sessions used to be very bad. I used to take a lot of time revising the stuff.
Yes.
Felt demotivated. The only thing I thought that my 8 wickets are down now. Tail enders have to stick into the session. So I used to correlate it with a test match and study that way.
Perfect. Yeah, the whole
And
idea is
one I would like to add, sir, the mistake which we have done, so that we did not have any concise notes.
Hmm.
So if anyone is in final year or have 1 year or 6 months, so if they are starting for preparation, so they can start making concise note of whatever source they have. Concise notes are very important in
Very
last 15 to 20 days.
Yes, sir.
So you need to have those notes. And as I said, we didn't have that. So what I followed, in fact both of us followed, we have followed the Marrow revision videos.
Hmm.
All the important topics, at least they have we have the videos in Marrow section. So I used to hear those videos. That was my last 15-day strategy.
So because during the last time when we opened Harrison's, even if things are highlighted, it becomes very overwhelming to see a lot of stuff. So it's very difficult. So it's always suggested that concise notes of any topic that you read from Harrison's, just make it, and you can add on points to it.
add on to
When you
that.
solve MCQ, you add on points to that.
Because Marrow GTs are 100% from Harrison's. 100.
From Harrison.
Yeah, 100% from Harrison's. So
So,
when you have read Harrison's, you will score good in Marrow GT. No doubt.
so a logical extension of your advice, I think, is that whoever is doing MD right now, even right from the first year of their ND, if they have a little bit of touch with Harrison right from the beginning, along with listening to Marrow videos for concept, that would be a perfect combination, is what you're saying.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
but the
So I
problem
think
is
that has to be put in. Yeah, that concept
problem
is
is the
very.
time. For example, they were in sign. It's not a easy
Yeah,
job.
I know. It's
You
not
can
possible.
read on a day.
Yes, sir.
You have 100 OPDs and
Yeah.
people going there, that ICU there, you're getting calls, food. I mean, let alone read. You don't have time to eat
We
food.
want time to eat.
So
the
yeah,
concepts, when the concepts are clear, questions becomes very easy, because during the first attempt I felt as if I'm seeing the patient and I'm just deciding what the answer is.
Yeah.
So and the core concept, when you see a Marrow video and you have a patient to apply, nothing like it. That makes the concept crystal clear.
And as he said, our concept was clear. That was only because of our faculty, and whatever we used to read, come and read back. Like I used to watch videos of Marrow, and then I used to discuss with my colleagues, and then my guide, Dr. Swati Savarman, our HOD, Dr. NDK sir, and his guide also, Dr. HJP ma'am. They used to build a concept, our concept, and for us in the last 6 months of preparation, conceptual question and clinical question was never a difficult task for us.
Never a problem. Yes.
First
Okay.
is the factual things, whatever
Factual things.
the rectified things are there, we focused on that. Concept was our concept was clear in the 3 years of residence only.
Great. That's great.
oh, I think this has been a very, very important and a useful interview for everybody.
Yeah, this has been very useful for us more.
I mean, it's actually a very important.
Because you guys articulated it very well. Like Tarun was saying in the beginning, a lot of people don't have much things to say about how they won the game. They're like, we played and we won. You guys were very clear about how you would reach the destination line, and you were very clear in articulating the same to whoever is listening. Very useful. Thank you.
Before you wrap up, I just want to ask one. Would you want to tell us something about misconceptions about this exam? As in, want to debunk some myths and misconceptions?
So previous year questions are not repeated.
But topics, even though exact questions are not repeated, topics are important.
Important topics are always important. Important topics
Yeah.
are always important from any subject. Second thing is this exam will not have right amount of distribution like INCT.
Yeah.
This exam can go eccentric in any
Random.
way.
It's random. Yeah.
Sometimes it will go on palliative care, sometimes only on electrolytes. Sometimes this year most of the questions was from ACLS, BLS, then environment, palliative care.
Okay.
So you have to read complete Harrison. Like in Marrow, questions were asked on genetics. So we had to go and read all genetic tables. Then in Marrow, questions were asked on environment as well. Always one GT always had one question from hypothermia, one question from heat stroke or something like that. And this year we had a question from exertional heat stroke. So these odd topics are to be done. You cannot say that this is not the core of medicine and you cannot skip it.
Yeah.
Those eccentric
You cannot
topics.
predict the number of questions any topic can have. So it is very important to cover everything.
We thought
Everything.
that environment would they might ask 5 questions, but altogether I think there were 20, 25 or 30 odd questions from that whole section, so which made it difficult for everybody.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you, Dr. Kranti and Dr. Digvijay. It was wonderful meeting you and wonderful talking to you. I think this is one of the highly rated interviews. I think everybody should see, because there's a lot of despite the happy faces and all, there's a lot of undercurrent that happened, and which actually cleared up a lot of things. A lot of things have been clear because of the small things you had gone through. So,
Yes.
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing it with us. I think before concluding, I can just conclude with saying that it's pretty much not about perfection, but about consistency and clarity and smart resource use. I would say, really smart. You reverse engineered. You hacked the system. Pretty much, I think in nothing much. 600 to 352 is brilliant. Thank you. Congratulations again. I'm sure your parents will be so proud and happy. And again, you have the world in your hands.
I just have one line in fact. I don't think there should be any confusion about endocrinology and gastroenterology. I don't care how many endocrinologists are listening to this, but you should take gastroenterology, and then both of you with two, massive interventional field backups can set up shop in Sholapur or wherever you want to head back, and you guys can rule that place as king and queen.
Yes, and
Thank you, sir.
Think seriously.
Merge both, because
Yeah.
we are using AC devices for closure of tracheal fistula, so you never know where the
you can brainstorm even when you become consultants.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Chalo,
Okay.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All the best.